I'm looking at the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. There's no message gonna make it any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change. La di da, la di da, da da da. Hey, Alexis, Prima Wanda, Erica J, Dog Liquor Cam, it's Z. How y'all? Yeah, back on the second time today. We got to spend a little time with the current news on the web, and then we also have to pay attention to what goes on in the beef sector. So I guess the story in the beef sector today is this lady or this woman, VS, has decided to interview Rob Rack. Rob Rack is the alcoholic who Tracy had the misfortune to meet up with. It turned out to be one of the most horrible, and horrifying stories since I've been on YouTube, right? People being arrested, people getting out of jail, people being rearrested, people threatening the police, people waving around guns. It was a horrible shit show, right? And for some reason or other, Miss VS decides this man is worthy of $500, almost $600 to interview him. Now, I don't know what is interesting about Rob Rack. He's just a garden variety alcoholic, right? But I guess this person is taking advantage of any opportunity to come against Tracy to try to embarrass her. Apparently, this person wasn't around when it actually happened because we know that whole situation. We were getting it live, blow by blow. Now, I was not able to see this interview. I clicked on at one point, and as soon as I recognized that I could not go back on the interview, I don't know what, that is the most annoying thing people do on YouTube to me. They make the video where you can't go back. You have to sit there and watch them from the very moment they start. Now, who wants to watch a video that you can't go back and start it from the beginning to hear the entire interview? So you come in, they already been talking 45 minutes, right? They already been talking an hour. How are you going to just join in and listen to it at that point, right? It is all manipulation. So when I see that, I never watch those videos. As a matter of fact, I haven't seen any of them, right? Where people make their videos non-skippable. It is manipulation. Then when you go back, if you wait to the end of the video and you go back to see it, you still can't see it. Now you have to join a membership. It's on private, members only. It is manipulation. It is, I think it's a disgusting way to do business, really. Particularly when people are already giving you 500 to interview a garden variety drunk, right? I would think you're getting enough from those people. At any rate, so I did not see the interview. There's nothing to see. I heard some of this cackling he was doing. It sounded like the same old shit. He ain't been out of jail a hot 24 hours and he already drunk. As long as you're drunk, insanity. Insanity, one definition of insanity is to continue to do the same thing, expecting a different result each time. Now, we don't know his full history, how many times he's been arrested, but from what we saw with the incident last year with Tracy, this man is no stranger to being arrested, probably tased. He spends a lot of time in jail because he is a real alcoholic. Now, Rob Rackett, we call a lot of people alcoholics. We say they drink too much. We say they smoke too much weed, right? But this boy is an example of a real alcoholic, correct? So I don't know what interesting. They say he's over there doing poetry. Who the fuck wants to hear poetry from Rob Rack? So it seems to me that people could find a better way to use their money. Use their money on all these people being evicted and shit, right? People who actually have a need. Since when is Rob Rack worth $500? Rob Rack is gonna drink that up by tomorrow night. He's gonna drink it up. He's gonna buy the good liquor at first, and at the end of his run or his binge, you're gonna cause him more problems because now he got $500. See, he can only get so drunk when he only got $20 or $30, right? You can only get so drunk then. But if you have all that money there, you just got out of jail, you are alcoholic and you ain't drinking a while, honey, right? You're going to be extremely drunk. he's going to spend the money on hotel rooms and liquor and alcohol and probably end up right back in jail. And this is something we're supposed to hear. Who in the fuck wants to hear Rob Rack talk for over 4 hours? Girl, even if I was able to get into that thing, I wouldn't have made it 10 minutes. You see, he's a rambling, babbling idiot, right? So I don't know if he has some kind of hidden powers where he can actually attract the attention of a woman. I just can't imagine. I just can't. I'm sorry. I just can't. Thank God that, there's somebody for everybody. I don't see no redeeming qualities in that boy. More than likely, within the month, he's going to be back in jail. Now, I'm not putting that on him. I don't want to see nobody in jail, but probably his best days are in jail. At least he remembers the days. Hopefully, he won't spend that $500 and get behind the wheel, right? The state of California and the city of Sacramento has already decided that he can't drive a car, right? He has to have a breathalyzer to prove that he is not drunk when he gets behind the wheel. You don't just go there automatically, right? This is the cumulative. When you've been before a judge more than once, more than twice, probably more than that. It's probably, this boy is a tragedy. Then he says that he says he's a sex symbol and all this silliness, right? But the man looks like a goddamn somebody on Skid Row. That's what I mean by I don't understand the attraction. But I don't understand attraction. I guess there is somebody for everybody, right? Somebody loves you, babe. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Somebody loves you, babe. Somebody, somewhere over the rainbow, baby. How y'all doing? How y'all doing today? Child, he gonna get a hotel room right near the liquor store, and that's as far as he gonna make it. Long as he's got a Wi-Fi and enough money to drink and enough money to pay for a hotel room, that's where he's gonna be. This man out here with guns, he's out here threatening the police. Apparently, the majority of the time that he did was because he was threatening the police. How drunk do you have to be? Girl, you can't even stay in a hotel without them calling the police and having you arrested, child. Anyway, I guess they feel like that's somebody they have to interview. Is the hatred of Tracy that extreme? I'm just saying. I'm bringing in your enemies so I can interview them, no matter what. I mean, pretending that their opinions mean something. That boy's opinion don't mean nothing. More than likely, he don't even know what the fuck happened in Sacramento. He don't remember that, child. He was drunk as a skunk. We saw him stumbling, bumbling around, looking like a fucking monster. Then you say you were a barber. How in the fuck were you a barber in jail, girl? You said you look like you ain't did your hair in years, right? Anyway, I found it. I don't even find it amusing with somebody like that. Not with him, honey. Look at that dog liquor. Dog liquor, you don't drink like that, do you? I know you don't, baby. Ain't nothing wrong with alcohol. It's what we do with it. That boy is a real alcoholic, honey. You put alcoholic in your search engine, up pops a picture of Rob Rack. This is it right here, honey. Destined for Skid Row, nothing more. And so I guess he's over there talking shit about Tracy, which is the only reason she wanted him over there, right? But she's got to get him focused enough to stay on Tracy, because that's the only interest he has. There's no value in Rob Rack. Ain't nobody even heard of no damn Rob Rack until Tracy took an interest in him, right? And when he showed his ass, they found that amusing, right? Because they found it humiliating to her. Therefore, that amused them. They are both a hot mess. I don't think Tracy's a falling down drunk, however, honey. Betty, why you on one? Y'all, girl, y'all hate for real. Shit. Tracy embarrassed herself. Girl, if you go out online with these niggas, excuse me, these African-American gentlemen, You don't know what the fuck you gonna get. These motherfuckers talking about their sex symbols and all this shit, and you get there and what you after you done took the plane ride and what you see has got nothing to do with what was presented, right? This man is a falling down drunk. He can't even drive his own damn car, honey. He doesn't even have a stable place to live, child. Right? Now I don't know how you gonna blame that on Tracy. Perhaps she's too friendly with these men's. She seems to like the one that she's with now. I don't know. Somebody for everybody. But I don't know who in the hell would choose this boy, Rob Rack. To think that after 9 months, you would go, well, it's not unusual, right? Because every time I got out of jail, I was high by the same day. When you are an addict or you are a drunk or you're alcoholic, you go back to your first love immediately. Matter of fact, from what I remember, the day before you get out of jail, your asshole starts puckering, right? Anticipation is making you pucker. That's what it is. I mean, it's essentially when you get out, you're sober, right? So you're making a sober decision. That doesn't change the fact that he's a useless drunk with a very vile mouth. The way he treated that woman, I thought was disgusting. The way he was there, those things that he said to her, you blame it on the alcohol. He probably don't. More than likely, he don't even remember it. Y'all, he only knows what he said because y'all told him what he said. This tea is old and cold. I was surprised anyone would even care about him. Girl, they gave him $500, damn near $600, child, to come on Miss BS page and interview for 4 hours. What in God's creation would that boy have to say for 4 hours? Is your hatred from Tracy that extreme, honey? Remember now, this person already interviewed MU when they were having their thing last week. Anybody can give us any news, right? Next, they'll be having that goddamn boy in Mexico on there. So the only thing I can see that's come out of this so far today is apparently the boy in Mexico is the one who called the police on Rob Rack and cost him 9 months of his life. Could have gotten killed, really. Because many times if a cop comes up on somebody like that and they know he has a gun and they're telling him to get on the ground, he ain't getting on the ground. Many times they will blow your ass away. Happens all the time. We watch the news, right? Could have got him killed. He had poetry. Who saw it? Did any of y'all? I know y'all ain't sit there and watch that shit for 4 hours, child. That boy can't hold a person's interest, not a reasonable person's interest, more than 10 minutes, 15 minutes. What does he have to say? He been in jail for 9 months. What he gonna tell you? How the food is in jail? Jail ain't, they're putting too much on it, honey. Ain't nothing to talk about in jail, girl. You get your goddamn cot and you go sit your ass down until they tell you it's time for release. I don't know what the hell you have to interview him about that. Interview him about his experience in jail, out of jail. He's on his way back to jail because we've seen the way he drinks. Can we assume that since he apparently has a vehicle, he ain't seen that vehicle in 9 months, he gets out of jail? Do you think he's not gonna go back to that vehicle? I'm just saying. Have somebody breathe into the breath of less. That's dangerous as hell, honey. Somebody could die with that boy behind the wheel. He was having her blow into the goddamn car. That means he shouldn't have been driving no damn car. I promise you didn't miss anything. Well, that seems to be pretty much the consensus for good and evil. Hold on a minute. I know, baby. Look at my baby. You going crazy. What are you going crazy for? He hears the bell. Hold on a minute, people. I know I shouldn't be recorded this time, but this time is when we finally settle down. answers undone. It's just a gentle reminder so I don't leave my baby in here. Now, one thing about my baby dog, he ain't never peed or pooped in the house. Never. So he was well trained when I got him. Okay, so somebody saw it for good and evil. She ain't gonna make no $500 on that bullshit, child. That just annoys the shit out of me. When you go over to hear the goddamn thing, then you can't go back and see anything. Then you manipulate it to, you got to watch it to the end. And then if you don't watch it to the end, then you go over there and then you got to join the membership to see it. It ain't all that, honey. We're not talking about interview with Will Smith. Manipulating people, control freaks. I mean, I wasn't gonna watch that anyway because all the time that he was out of jail before, I don't even reason I know who that boy is because of what they were saying in Sacramento, what Tracy was saying about him. But that's the only thing I ever saw of him. There's no way I'm gonna sit there and watch something like that. By the end, he'll be drinking Hurricanes. Oh, he's gonna be drinking large now with that 500 in his pocket. The room is about probably 100. That means he got 450 to drink. He gonna forget to pay the hotel after the second or third day. Then they gonna knock on the door. He ain't got no money, and he's so drunk that he can't even communicate. It's not a new story, honey. So if I were a nasty person, I'd be taking bets on how long he's gonna stay out of jail. But I'm not that way. I'm not that involved. But I don't know why she would want to interview him. Y'all got to stop fucking around with these dangerous ass people. When I say they're dangerous, the kind of things that they do. Why is he even over there fucking around with fucking New Mexico? What else does that child have to do? To let people know that's not somebody you fuck with, honey. When people are mentally ill, they are mentally ill. They're crazy. They don't see life the same way as we do. NM. Now, who is NM? Was on there and denied everything. And I don't know who is NM. Prima Wana, who is NM? You got to take a nap by hour 3. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Peter Pablo says $600. Shit, they ain't never gave me no $600 no fucking interview. I don't know. I can't imagine what this person is thinking. Or they just like mess so much that it's has value to them. I mean, she has always been able to con these people into giving her money. She's raised money to buy Wally a car, and Wally get his apartment. She's done all kinds of stuff. As far as raising, she demands that they pay her. That's what that whole trick is about. You have to join join her channel, become a member in order to see anything. Manipulation. To this day, that is the only person. I don't know. I guess I've blocked people on here, but it's when I pull up my blocked channels, that person's name is the only one that I've ever actually blocked. He really got some information he gonna share about Tracy. What is there left to learn about this situation, Jeff? We saw it blow by blow. We saw the police, honey. We saw them, girl. We saw him threatening the police. We saw him waving around the guns. We know more about Sacramento than he does because he doesn't remember it. I can assure you of that. What he remembers is what people have said about what he said or what was on film. If it's on film, he can watch it over and over again and memorize it, honey. But he ain't got no real memory. It's the Mexico. I don't even like to mention that fool's name. That boy, they say he came from a mental institution. Whatever. That's another one you won't have nothing to do with. There are certain people you want to have nothing to do with, period. Rob Rack gonna go through that in 2 days, honey. Believe me, I know. People on dope, they used to be, y'all know I was a dope dealer for a few years. Check day, the first of the month, everybody's rich, right? Everybody gets GA or whatever, and they get $300 or $400, and everybody's rich. You know, everybody's buying hose and all this kind of stuff. 2 days later, they're back trying to sell you the tennis shoes they just bought 2 days ago. You'll be amazed how fast it goes, honey. And people are willing to sleep in the street just for that couple of days they get to get high. Yeah, K Sharp, the amount was $570. I hope he uses the money to pay for the hotel. Well, hotels, even a mediocre hotel, they got to be $100 at least. He's probably in some sleazy dive, but I think they're even $100. They don't last that long, particularly when you're out there buying good liquor. You're paying by the day. Your best bet would have been to pay for them. A lot of them, they have monthly extended stay hotels. And you could have just gave him the whole money, then hustled up your drink and pay for a month. There's nothing interesting about that boy at all. Nothing. There's nothing there. He said he a sex symbol, girl. I mean, goddamn. If the people were giving you hundreds of dollars for the interview, you would think you would at least comb your goddamn head. Already drunk. Shit, ain't been out of jail one day. Then we experienced him getting in jail and then out of jail and then back the next day. Because that's not nothing new for him. He'd be lucky to make it a month. So let's just hope Teresa don't have to waste too much time on this bullshit. He's going to come up with some more insults to get people interested. Because the only interest they have in him is bouncing off what he says about Teresa. But we've already heard that story, nigga. What else you got? Betty White said he made 500 a day. Not bad. But what about tomorrow? But maybe tomorrow he find another way to drink. Maybe tomorrow. You are the songs that I sing. You got to sing it to you. You are the 4 seasons of my life. But maybe tomorrow. Somebody said he had a girlfriend, honey. I said, girl, y'all must be short on men. There must be a man shortage, honey. Girl. I wonder if he got him a gun yet. He likes to wave around guns as part of his high. It seemed to be a very big part of his high. So when they catch him with that, he'd probably be in violation. He'll definitely be in violation of probation in more than one way, honey. And throw his ass back in jail for another 9 months. Gotta sing it to you. Hey, I love when them songs come back, honey. Maybe tomorrow. Gonna be your sugar daddy, give you kissing when it's missing, yeah. I tried to keep you happy, but first I gotta think to say your love. Oh, Henry, he's gotta be nuts. When I'm giving you the candy, he's getting all your love. Mary Jane said, but I'm always gonna love you, girl. How you doing, Rhonda McGee and Read the Heart of Philadelphia? I saw you over there talking about the writing project. I'll put the peek in there. We should do an interview at some point to talk about writing. There's not going to be a big audience, but I think it could be fun. So think about that. Read the Heart of Philadelphia. Linda B liked my singing. He said he was going to try to get his job. I'm sure they're just waiting to get this your fool back on the job, child. We don't know what his performance was. We don't know how long he was at the company. All they know is that he got arrested one night for being drunk in a hotel with some woman from out of state, and then they let him go, and he came back to jail the next day. Then he disappeared for 9 months. Yeah, it sounds like they're gonna hire him again. Rob Rack is a real alcoholic, honey. He needs to be in the program somewhere where he's locked up. Probably the happiest days of his life are in jail because he has at least a clear mind. That's right. The heart of Philadelphia. A shortage of men, honey. Y'all taking anything. Don't settle. I mean, I know everybody can be, everybody's not gonna be one of the equality men that Captain Samuels talked about, girl. But you can do better than that. Hi, Rhonda McGee. All is well. Don't ever think that honey, don't ever think that you need to be involved with a fool, right? You just wait. Wait on the Lord, honey. Wait on the Lord, and then put yourself in positions where you can actually meet decent people. Rob Rack like he belongs on Skid Row some damn where, and that's where he's headed. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's the truth. It looks like he already fits in. I'm sure he spent a lot of time there. He don't always have the $100 for that day. Nothing from nothing, leave nothing. Nothing from nothing, leave nothing. He's a rapper. Yes, wait on the Lord, honey. The believers will tell you he might not be there when you want him, but he's always on time. And a lot of times that like somebody like me, for instance, I would love to have a relationship, but I haven't had one in years and years and years, right? But that may be the will of God, because I'm fine. I ain't feeling no pain. I don't feel no waste time. Come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me that the road would be easy, but I don't believe he's brought me this far to leave me. Baby. A lot of times that love is behind you, baby. Just remember, hold on. I think about my ex-partner, I mean, every day, constantly, right? So that was the love of my life, honey. It might be what you get. But that don't mean you gotta go out here, and be with these fools. They're gonna use and abuse you, honey. Hell no. Get you a puppy. He needs a scram monitor. Scram. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. It sounds like a lot of y'all didn't sit there for that 4 hours. She got to the range where if you don't watch the whole 4 hours, you can't watch it at all. And then when you go and try to watch the replay like everybody else on here, oh no, then you got to join. You got to join that's the dumbest thing I ever heard of, girl. I mean, it just is. You're thinking too highly of yourself. All this entertainment on YouTube. I mean, they got thousands of channels on here to go to, child. What makes you think that people are just gonna just be so in a rush? Oh, I gotta hear what Rob Rack said. Oh, the interview. It's the interview, child. They are celebrities. They're not getting $500 for no damn interview on YouTube. A lot of them don't get shit. He gonna come back and try to get some more, because he gonna run that out in a couple of days. He gonna come up with some other salacious story about Tracy. So VS will want to get him back for a second interview. That dude is a whole fool. Woo! I just can't imagine it. Somebody like that lay on top of you. Ugh. The way he acted the whole time. Then she said he couldn't even get an erection. I mean, he was totally useless. Just a falling down drunk. Y'all be cautious about meeting these people online, honey. You call that catfishing. They didn't show you a picture. Damn picture was taken when they got out of high school. You open the door, some fat fool, and come on in, baby. I'm six figure. Mm-hmm. Y'all like that song? Nothing for nothing, leave nothing. I'm telling you, he did a whole song, child. Nothing for nothing, leave nothing. And then he's always trying to get something for nothing. Lord have mercy. You could serenade your partner every night, Tim. Wouldn't that be something? I do miss. I had a partner. It wasn't a really a long time. Let's see. I met him. I was 22, and we broke up permanently. I was 28, I think. It's only 6 years. Together 3, then apart, and I ended up being a meth head, and he ended up being a heroin addict after we broke up. So it was a mess, but love never dies. I think about the good times. Whenever I think of him, something goes through my mind, My heart starts churning. I wanna see him again. Whoa, whoa. Is that Michael Jackson too? Mm-hmm. Do y'all remember when we fell in love? We were young and innocent then. Do you remember all the things we said, like I love you so and will not ever go? Do you remember? I bet you remember, girl. Little girl, she had a heart in mind. Uh-huh. Uh-uh. He said how in the hell he got a girlfriend, honey? I mean, I'm sure the girl said, but goddamn, baby, you got out today? How in the hell he gonna show up in that condition? He drunk in a hotel room, girl, and ain't been out a hot 24 hours. Mm. Then in the street life, somebody will tell you, they tell these con men, he in there, he got some money. I saw him flash some money. Because they rob each other constantly, right? That's why he had to have a gun. Charlie Beans took his little money. I sold him some rocks and told him that was that. That's good stuff, man. That's good stuff. Hey, it ain't burning up. It ain't burning up. That's what you call a trick, a mark. I am living on my memories. Ain't that something? Wendy Grammy Extreme. That's right, baby. At some point, that's all it is. That's what it is. At some point, you got more life behind you than you got in front of you, right? When you're young, you think about all the possibilities of someday he'll come along, the man I love, and he'll be big and strong because everything's in front of you. The man I love. But as you get older, most of your life is behind you. Pleasant, good memories. Unfortunately, we have some bad ones too. I don't have my bad memories until I'm asleep. I dream my dreams, but lately they've been pretty nice. They've been pretty nice. Just mixing up people though. People I knew 40 years ago with people I know today. How dreams can be. And actually, I even remember a little bit now. Usually, when I wake up, within a minute, it's gone. Mark. Who in the hell wants a Mark to come along? All that story, all that romance was all curated by Jay Wilson. All you know about that is what Jay Wilson told you, honey. And we know he's a pathological liar. Over there talking about how the the same gender loving over here got to hail. They got to hail. Don't nobody give a fuck what you got, nigga. I don't care if you lived in a spaceship this day. He really wants people to be impressed with him. Live your life. Live your life. Jay Wilson, maybe you stop lying, you would go out there and actually meet somebody. Maybe you find another lonely old man, honey. Who's got the dancing girls? Oh, Rhonda, you're in the mood for the dancing girls? Hey, RJ Supreme. Good to see you. When we're old, I don't think the men are big and strong. They are short and out of breath. Well, as long as they're nice, honey. At some point, it's just about companionship, honey. Ain't nobody gonna be licking and lumping on each other, for no 50 years. At some point, you become as you have companionship is more important than how many muscles they got, child. Why is that reckless man still new? I have no idea, RJ Supreme. Why would somebody like Rob Rack be news? How is Rob Rack gonna be? He can't even put a damn sentence together, child. Drunk as a skunk, and this is the first day. So he's gonna get progressively drunk until y'all see him getting arrested again. Now I don't know if he's gonna have the wherewithal to turn the camera off when the police at the door. I don't know. That boy's in some sorry shape. Those people like that are real alcoholics. They're not just the people we accuse of being alcoholics on here. His best bet is to go and check himself into a program before he gets busted again. If he checked himself into a program, at least he wouldn't be drunk. At least he wouldn't be out there just waiting to go back to jail. I know it to be true, honey. I lived the life. I know what it's about. I was never a serious alcoholic. When I called myself an alcoholic, I was just going to the club every night in my early 20s. There's many ways to, abuse stuff. I'm afraid Tracy. What happened? Okay. I'm afraid Tracy and Beefing are going to fight again. Tracy and Beefing, were they fighting? I must have missed that one. Beefing 313 is back again, right? He comes in spurts. I think when he's busiest on his job, I guess in the hot months, we don't see him that much. But as the fall comes, then he comes back. So he's been reporting pretty regularly now. I didn't know they had gotten into it, though. I know he was covering it. Ain't nobody covered it like Jay Wilson. He made 40 videos. Where for whatever 3 or 4 days he was in Sacramento, he made 40 videos. Imagine that. Tracy cursed out Troy Allen. Oh, really? I didn't know. See, they done moved on from the boat ride. Thank God. They're moving on from the boat ride. Now they need a new story. More destruction. I don't think Rob Rack is it. Miss Tracy got her enough a new boyfriend. I'm sure she's not going to be giving a lot of energy to know Rob Rack. He going to come and say some more insulting things to her to try to pull her in, to draw her in so he have a beef. That's been his only real relevancy on here, is beefing with her. Or he'll pick another woman to trick into communicating with him, so he can throw her under the bus, talk about her flat titties and everything. The most wait a minute, Wendy. The most excitement I get is rubbing my puppy's tummy, but it is okay and safe, right? Well, mine is so greedy though, Wendy. I mean, that dog wants to be. He wants to be scratched, tingled constantly. I mean, I said, God damn, dog, I just gave you the back rubs for 2 hours. My fingers hurt. And he'll come. He throw legs up. Hit the belly, daddy. Beat the belly. I said, listen, dog, God has given me dominion over you. You're supposed to please me. Yeah, right. You got dominion. Go fix me some chicken. Then you come back and do 2 more hours of tummy rubs, honey. The little fur babies. No, RJ Supreme, she forgave him. I don't know why. She forgave the Jay Weasel, honey. I don't know why, but we don't understand attraction. People like who they like, right? He gonna try to get in there and get some Rob Rack himself. He gonna see that as content. The doctor, the professor. the minister of music. Queen ain't do nothing but come over here and be messy. Terrible. Oh, look at that little puppy. Prima Wanda. Can I get those little puppies? Oh, okay, down here and add reaction. I like the little puppies. Let me see. I guess he might be attractive to Rob Rack himself. Yeah, Jay Wilson, you can get Rob Rack. Mark's a drunk. Tracy said Mark's a drunk, right? So what's why is one better than the other one, honey? Rob Rack can move in, talk about your flat ass, talking about your how your booty hole smells. What kind of a person does things like that, girl? Somebody done flew all the way across the country, and that's how you talk to them? I ain't got no respect for that dude. None. Yours is the same way? Woo! They're just greedy. What you want, baby? Daddy's about time to go out for pee-pee poo-poo, don't you think? What you doing? What you doing? You letting me know? Anyway, people, thank y'all for coming in. I'm going to take my dog out for his pee-pee poo-poo. Actually, just a pee-pee at night. And we'll keep an eye on this. Hopefully, this Rob Rack shit is already dead. He got his $500. I guess these people over here who interviewed him got what they wanted out of that. I don't know how interesting that could be. It's like people are starving for content over here. But we can do better than that, people. Later.